Hey there, everybody. I know it's been like 2 days practically since the Nintendo's E3 Direct came out, but I haven't had a chance to make a video until now. So I want to kind of go through and share some of the stuff that I'm not surprised by, or excited about, or was kind of shocked to see happen in a video for you guys, in kind of like a reaction. First impressions kind of video regarding Nintendo's E3 announcement. So it's worth noting, I am going to throw up some gameplay footage or trailers or something as we go along. So be sure to watch. If I cover a game you don't like, or you want to know specifically what I'm covering, I'll have a timestamp of all the games in the description. So if there's something you want to skip past, feel free to do so. But let's go ahead and kick it off with something that I don't think any of us were really all that surprised by, given the trend that is Fortnite. So obviously we got Fortnite. I'm not at all surprised by that. I don't think anybody would be. Honestly, the Switch prints money, and this just kind of proves it. I mean, I don't know. I played a game. I did play a game. I came in 11th. I don't really know if that's good or not, but I played it. I will never dance when I'm playing Fortnite. I just want that on record. I'm never gonna dance. Never gonna happen. But, I mean, Fortnite on Switch, I don't think any of us were surprised by that. Another not-so-shocking revelation that we got was the Octo expansion. We got to see a lot more of that. That's obviously pretty awesome. I'm thrilled about it. Huge fan of Splatoon. It's a staple in most of my streams, and I will definitely be getting this DLC. It's actually out tonight, I think. That says tomorrow, but I think it's actually out tonight. And we got Amiibo. So what's not to love? Because I'm pumped about this. I'm definitely excited about this. Now, this was something I genuinely feel really foolish about. I was not expecting a new Mario Party game. I really wasn't. And as soon as the trailer started playing for it, I was like, oh, yeah, That's a good point. We haven't had a new Mario Party game in quite some time, and so I feel like it makes a lot of sense. The Switch is meant to be played anywhere by everyone, and so it makes a lot of sense, I guess. The gameplay looks awesome. My wife is not a fan of Mario Party. I just want to throw that out there. I will be getting it. My pre-order list is so high, dude. My pre-order list is ridiculously high. Yeah, but it is what it is. The gameplay looks really cool, looks really clean. You can obviously do like co-op and stuff like that. I'm interested to see if they're gonna have some kind of online capability with it, so you can play with friends online, or you know, I feel like that would be a really popular thing to do for like sub streams and things like that for people on Twitch. But I mean, ultimately, it looks really good, and I'm excited to see. You can see they're kind of like integrating uses of the Joy-Con with it. We've come a long way from just, you know, rotating and getting blisters on our hands from using the joystick on the N64 controller. So it'll be really good this fall. Now, I knew that we were going to get information regarding Pokemon Let's Go and Mario Tennis Aces, things like that. And, you know, we were obviously going to see something with the DLC for Splatoon 2, right? This was on my bucket list of happy things to kind of happen. And we got a look at the story DLC for Xenoblade 2. Now let me tell you why this is incredible, and why Nintendo is doing DLC correctly. We are getting an all-new game. This is DLC's storyline of a new game. Basically the prequel to Xenoblade 2. And I know that we've seen like challenge mode. I know we're gonna have challenge mode, which kind of reminds me of like the Trial of the Sword thing with Breath of the Wild that they did with their DLC. And we're getting a bunch of other stuff too. We're seeing some of the original Xenoblade characters come back as blades for Xenoblade 2. It's just insanity. But we're actually getting the prequel story to Xenoblade 2 as DLC. I want to say later this fall. It might show us at the end of this. I'm not 100% sure. But I mean, I fell in love with the Xenoblade series. I want to go back and play Xenoblade 1. I think this was more than I definitely expected. I did not expect an entire other story. Alright, so September 14th for expansion pass owners. Get expansion pass. It's definitely worth it. It could be its own standalone game, for crying out loud. It's incredible. Octopath Traveler was another thing that I'm so glad we got to see more of. I have been so excited about Octopath Traveler since it got announced in the Nintendo Direct a long time ago. I want to say almost a year ago at this point. And it's coming out very soon. It's coming out in July. Through the treehouse, we've been able to see like some really cool stuff, but we did get this trailer showing all 8 of the characters that will be involved in Octopath, and I mean, at first, the first thing I fell in love with was the art style in this game, honestly. Like, it's so unique. It reminded me a lot of Bravely Default at first, because you have these kind of like 8, 16, 32-bit characters imposed on these lavish backgrounds. And I don't know if it's going to play similarly. It probably won't. But the fact that we're seeing, you know, 8 different characters with 8 different ways to play through the game, and on top of that, the stories intersect, that is so cool to me. And I don't know who I'm going to start. I honestly don't know who I'm going to start as. Like I said, every character plays through differently. They all have different skills. They all have different ways to progress through the game. And so when you play through eventually as all 8 characters, you kind of get this big picture, this broad scheme of how the game progresses and what actually happens in it. You get the total picture, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And that just seems so cool. It's such a unique take on something. Kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure type deal. But ultimately, you do get to the full completion. And it's really neat. I don't know what else to say about it other than I'm so excited to just experience the game. And I haven't felt that way probably since Xenoblade 2. Initially, it was Breath of the Wild. But like, I'm so excited to just experience this game. Not play it, just kind of like see what it has in store for me. Square Enix has never let me down. Like, ever. Square Enix is a fantastic, you know, publisher, developer, creator, whatever. And I mean, like, stuff like this is so... It takes traditional elements of the RPG and just kind of reimagines it, almost. Because these would normally be, like, classes that you would have, but they're all individual characters who are unique. So it's not about, like, filling out multiple job quests or whatever. It's... You get to experience each character on their own and appreciate them for what they are. And, yeah, I'm so excited. Like, this looks so good, dude. I don't know if you guys are excited about this. I'm personally pretty pumped about it. But what more can I say? I cannot wait for July 13th. Obviously, obviously, I was going to talk about the game we have all been waiting for, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's obvious we were going to get, like, something, you know, similar to Splatoon. We had the tournament going on, so there's no way Sakurai was not going to talk about this. And I'm not going to talk about the entire time. We're just going to go through the trailer video. Link looks so good, man. Link looks so good! Yeah, it was like 30 minutes of the Direct, so we're not going to cover every aspect of it, but from what I've seen, the changes that they made, it's a faster-paced game. Ike is better, which I love that, because I'm a proud Ike main. One of, like, 3, probably. But, I mean, it's... The game looks so clean, man. The game looks so clean. What else are you going to say about it? All the favorites are back. We're getting Epsilon characters, I think is what they're called, which are kind of like clones in a sense. So I don't know if we'll see her in here, but we're getting Daisy as kind of like a Peach clone. Lucina is similar to like a Marth clone, I guess is what they're kind of calling it. They are going to play differently, but they're calling them Epsilon. I think it's Epsilon characters. We're getting to play as Green instead of just Trainer Red. That's pretty hype. There were shiny Pokemon for the Pokemon Trainer character. I thought that was really cool. Ike has alternate outfits, as you can see. Radiant Ike, best Ike. Advent Children Cloud, best Cloud, for sure. The Smashes seem a little more balanced. We have Snake. Snake! We got Snake back. I'm sure everybody was pumped about that. We got new introductions with Daisy. Ridley's coming back. Or not coming back. Showing up for the first time. We're getting Ridley. Still no Waluigi. It's worth noting. There's still no Waluigi. Yeah, there's the Epsilon character. You know, we got the Inklings. The Inklings look like a really fun character to use. I'm pretty pumped to like try them out. I have smashed the pre-order button for this game, and I couldn't be more pleased with my decision to do so, because it just looks good, man. It just looks good. Like, how do you own the Switch and not get Smash Bros? You're crazy. You're crazy you do that. But like I said, like, you know, the addition of Ridley, I think anything is possible. We might still get Waluigi. I'm still holding out hope, man. We didn't get Rex. We didn't get any new Xenoblade additions. But I guess given the DLC storyline with, like, the prequel going on, I guess it kind of makes sense. But man, if that trailer didn't get you hyped, I don't know what didn't. No surprise there. Super excited. And we got Luigi! Maybe Waluigi will be next. Maybe. Is he in here? I don't see him in there. No. The graphic art looks amazing, by the way. God, I love Smash Bros. Everyone is here. Now, aside from some notable favorites like Kingdom Hearts 3, Tales of Vesperia getting announced. I forget what it's called, but it's like the Super Edition. The Switch is getting that. I obviously was the most excited about hearing news on Fire Emblem 16, which is the first, you know, mainstay game for Fire Emblem on Nintendo Switch. We heard about it like a year and a half ago at this point, and then nothing. But, my friends, we have news, and we got a trailer, and we got a release window. And based on this, it looks like we're getting a completely new area, which is pretty pumped. Like, I'm super excited about that. It looks like there's a heavy reference to, like, religion, and then the natural balance of the Manakite, or the dragon types. So Fire Emblem 3 houses is what we've got. The battle system looks really cool. The battle system looks really cool. I can't say that enough. The transition seems really, really clean. It reminds me a lot of like a souped up Echoes, like Fire Emblem Echoes, but like so clean. The voices are just so good too, man. Like, honestly, there's nothing I can really pick apart and say bad about this trailer. And we're getting free roaming! We're getting free roaming! Which is also kind of similar to Echoes, but dude, this looks like legitimate free roaming. Not just like dungeon roaming, but like legitimate. Oh my god, the art! The art! Heroes is gonna own my wallet when they release this stuff. So I feel like there's this struggle. Perhaps religious in tone, I don't know. But that's just kind of the vibe I get based on what's going on. It fairly seems like a romantic kind of story as well. We got Edgy Marth over here. Eldigan. Or whatever his name was. So this looks a lot. This image. This image, I'm going to pause on this image. So we've got the Dragonstone imagery in the back, right? This reminded me so much of Tiki. And a lot of you guys in the Discord also said, like, Tiki. Rastin was the one who brought it up first. And this image is actually very similar to what happened with Shadow Dragon, in that Tiki was forced to sleep to kind of, like, contain her powers, in a sense. And so this looks so much like Teenage Tiki. I can't get it out of my brain now. That's just what it is. Is it Tiki? I don't know. It might be. Could be. I don't actually know. But I'm very excited to see where this goes. Obviously, Fire Emblem has a very special place in my heart. And I'm so pumped, dude. It looks so good. It looks so good. The art stills of the character faces reminded me a little bit of Persona, a smidgen, like Persona 5, or the style. I guess the stylization is what I was going for there. But yeah, that reminds me a lot of Tiki, and we got the spring 2019 release date. So I mean, I'm excited. I know the majority of you guys come here for the Fire Emblem Heroes content. I'm sure if you're Fire Emblem fans, you're excited about this too. There you go. Those are my thoughts on some of the stuff we've seen on E3. Again, I kept it relatively just to Nintendo type stuff. I'm so excited for Fire Emblem, man. I told my wife, like, you're not going to see me in the fall. I'll catch up with you in December. And then once Kingdom Hearts gets released at the end of January, I'll see you in the summer. But no, really, I'm genuinely pretty excited about everything. Speaking of, fam, now is the time. Let me know in the comments what you think about what we saw. Was there anything notable that you're also excited about, or even unnotable? It doesn't matter. Is there anything at all that you're excited about? Let me know in the comments. And again, I don't get a chance to respond to every single one, but I do read them. So let's have a conversation, because E3 this year, even though it didn't really feel like a blockbuster, right? Like last year's Nintendo E3 felt like so big to me. But this was Nintendo's E3 that gave its fans a lot of what they were wanting, except Animal Crossing on Switch and Metroid Prime 4. But other than that, I think we all got a lot of what we were hoping to hear about, what we were hoping to see, and especially what we were excited to experience again. So there you go. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.